Do you want to save $75,000 or more over the life of the loan? I want you to do what most first-time home buyers don't do to save this amount of money on their mortgage. And in some states, you can save over $100,000 for the life of your loan. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should be doing. And I'm also going to share a video at the end of this video of one of my clients that did this 6 times and the results.
He did 6 applications. Let me say 6. And I didn't recommend 6. He did 6. I recommend 3 usually. But he did 6 and he said it was worth it.
So what am I talking about? It's getting at least 3 quotes from different lenders. And why most people don't take this extra step, and some of the things, the misconceptions that stop you from doing this. Let's go. I'm Shaheedah Hill, getting you over the hill to home ownership and helping you confidently buy your first home. Now, the number one reason most people don't get another quote is because of the perceived credit score impact. And sometimes your lender will allow you to believe this. So you want to know that the credit scoring model allows for rate shopping. They give you 30 days, and this is when you're buying a home or buying a car, to look at different mortgage companies. So the mortgage credit pull has a certain code, just like a car credit pull has a certain code. So if you do all of your mortgage shopping, say you do 3 lenders, if you do them all within 30 days, it will only impact your credit once. Also, the impact is typically minimal. I've done several videos with different lenders, and all of them have said between 0, like no impact, to 5 points. So it's not even that significant. It's not going to stop you from purchasing something, that small change in credit score. But when you're just getting 1 quote, you're essentially paying full retail price for your mortgage. There's absolutely no incentive for that lender to give you any other discounts or any other options, because they know they're the only game in town and that you're not going to shop them around. As soon as they're aware that you're potentially shopping around and going to get other quotes, then typically they kind of change and they say, oh, we can match whatever you get, or we all have the same rates, all of those types of things. So make sure up front, going into the home buying process, you already have it, just as a matter of doing good business, that you're going to do at least 3 quotes. And a lot of lenders who give me a lot of flack, either on Instagram or on YouTube, they often say, well, they should shop around for an agent as well. And that's true. Most people don't shop around for an agent. They go with the first one. They don't shop around because people in general are lazy. They don't like to do a lot of work. Our brains protect ourselves from doing too much. But in this instance, when you're spending this type of money over this many years, this is the time that you should be doing 3 quotes. You should be meeting with 3 real estate agents, or at least researching 3 real estate agents before you make a decision. Everything's on the table with lenders. You can negotiate the rate, the points, and the closing costs. They're all in play. So when you're doing your 3 quotes, you're going to get loan estimates from all 3. And if they don't provide you with one, then you need to move on, because ask them up front before you even do the application. If after you complete your application, they're willing to give you a loan estimate, because I've been seeing more and more lenders that are not even willing to give you a loan estimate, a loan worksheet, and basically just being lazy. In my opinion, they have all of your information. It's very easy for them to generate a loan estimate. So just make sure. And if they're giving you feedback, like, oh, well, we don't know what house you're going to buy, give them a zip code or a city so they can estimate the taxes. So even if you don't know, generally speaking, most people know what city they want to be in or what area they want to be in. So you just pull a house off of Zillow and say, give me a quote for this house at this price. So this address at this price. And they should be able to give you at least a worksheet, something in writing, not an email or something just random, not a couple of numbers over the phone. You want something in writing. I have samples of the types of worksheets they could be providing you with in my master masterclass. You should get that. A link is below. But you're gonna get that up front, so you can very easily compare the three mortgage types. And again, you're not just comparing the interest rate, because they can give you whatever interest rate if you're willing to pay points on that rate. So you are looking at rate, the points, the closing costs, their fees, that sort of thing. And you're looking at them all side by side. Okay. So one of the things that you have to be willing to do as a matter of just good practice, you don't buy homes often unless you're an investor and you're buying a lot of property. But for the most part, you're not going to buy a house that often. So take your time when you're doing this purchase and at least get 3 quotes. Now I'm going to show you my video from my former client, or a client that I closed probably 3 years ago now. Maybe we're going on 4 at this point. But he bought during the pandemic when everything was really crazy. He got 6 quotes and he did them for more than the 30-day period. So he did have another credit pull. But I interviewed him after that on my channel, and he spoke to whether it was worth it or not. Again, watch this video from Elijah.
All right, Elijah, what's your best advice?
Just don't be afraid. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's also very true. Don't be afraid to shop around for agents. To find Shaheedah, it took me, I was willing to wait on her because I knew she was worth it. Don't be afraid to shop around for mortgage lenders, right? As Shaheedah knows how to apply.
Let's talk about this. He did 6 applications. Let me say 6. And I didn't recommend 6. He did 6. I recommend 3 usually. But he did 6 and he said it was worth it.
I chose the 4th. Like, it was worth it. No, because put it that way, right? If you're a first-time homeowner, this might be, for most people, this is the most money you're gonna spend on any investment, right? So you want to make sure like you get the best rate, because yes, we're in a pandemic, but guess what? So more lenders are willing to decrease their interest just to get a good deal, right? Mm-hmm. So now everybody's fighting for the same thing, so you might as well take advantage of it, because we are in a seller's market, but as buyers we should at least find something that works for us, because it is competitive. So that's what I learned. And don't be afraid to shop around for warranties. Anything you can shop around for in this process, just shop around for it. That's one thing I know for sure.
I'm also going to put a link to that 30-day or so rule that says that you only get your credit impact once if you do multiple credit pulls or mortgage applications within that time period. If you have any questions, please put in the comments. Please like and subscribe to my channel for new videos every week.